Hello, hello, hey, 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 hello. Okay, so for today, we are going to be making a dream catcher. All right, now all these items you see here, you can go and get at the dollar store, your local dollar store, your local Dollar General. It's very cheap. So for this one, I got this here right at the local dollar store for $1. And you get 3 different sizes, and they're brass circles, okay? You get 3 different sizes you can work with. And for $1, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So let's put that to the side. And then I've got this colorful rope that I got from the, I believe it was a Dollar General. It was only like $2, I believe. So that's cool. You do get a lot to work with. I actually had 2 of these. I got 1 left. Let's see. We've got these natural feathers as well. So I've got this from the Dollar General. I got the hemp cord. Got this from the Dollar Tree, I believe, or Dollar General, one of those. And then I've got this from the Dollar Tree, and these are colored feathers. I've also got some leather strap that I'm probably gonna use as well, depending on which one I want to make. But I had made one for my daughter, and it was my first time making a dream catcher, and I enjoyed making it. I enjoy making things for my children. All right, so this is the dream catcher I made for my daughter. All right, so here we got the little colorful strings got from the dollar store, the little cord. See, these are just the little beads that I had, and then feathers, the feathers, cord, okay, little beads that go on your hair you can get from the dollar store as well for $1. Little charms to go on there you can get as well. Okay, so this is one of the dream catchers we did. Not too bad, not too bad. As you can see, my circle didn't it didn't come out quite as uniform, but it still looks good. So not too bad. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. So I've already did a rainbow one. Maybe I'm gonna do a brown one with the leather. But this is what we are going to be working on. All right, so go ahead, get your items together, and then come back and we're gonna get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So you can choose between whatever size ring you want to use. You can use a large one, medium size one, small one, that's up to you. And I think just dependent on my cording, just by measuring it by eye, I think I'm gonna use a small one, okay? And I think I'm gonna go with this blue cording. And this is the suede cording. Actually, I think I'm gonna go with the red. But you guys can go with whatever color you want to. I've got these beautiful little, I don't know what they are. Actually, I saw them at the dollar store and I got them. I got 3 packs. So they come 3 in a pack, two of each items. So I've got that one, this one. I've got some that were leaves. I just saw them, I was like, oh cool, that'll probably look nice on a dream catcher, right? So that's what I end up doing. So I'm trying to figure out what cording I would like to use with this. I think the red is very nice and pops out. I think it pops out very well. So I'm going to use the red cording, okay? Could have did the blue, but let's do no, the heck with it. Let's do the blue. We'll do the blue and we'll put like a star on here or something, okay? So let's do the blue. Now this is how I like to, and you can roll your string up or whatever. I just leave mine like this. It doesn't bother me. So what you want to do, this is how we're going to start, all right? So I have a pincha here. And that pincha is going to come in handy. All right, I got glue on my fingers, but oh well. So you're going to start out like a little piece like this, okay? And what I'm going to end up doing is using my hot glue gun to go ahead and keep this in place, all right? So let's get my hot glue gun. All right. A little piece right here. I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to do a line, okay? Is it not hot enough yet? Oh, there we go. A little bit too much, so put a little line on there. Not too much like I did. But like I said, it's hot glue, so it's all right. You can take what off that you don't need. All right, and so I'm going to do a couple little wraps. And that's where I'm going to take my pinche and put it on the part where I put my hot glue. And that's just to hold it in place, okay? And the reason I'm using hot glue and I'm not using the regular Crafters glue is because this leaves a wet mark if you get it outside on anything that you don't want it on your material. So any spacings you don't want it on, it will leave like this watermark. All right, so put too much lotion on. All right, so I'm going to start wrapping. Okay. That's what we want to do, is start wrapping this all the way around. All right. Okay, and we're gonna wrap it some ways and then we're going to tighten it. All right, because one thing you want to continue to do as you are doing this is to continue to tighten your cord as well around the brass ring. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to tighten. That's what I mean by tighten. Just twist this cording just to make sure it's good and tight. And then you start wrapping on the next. And that's why I have the pinche in place too, so that it won't come loose while I'm doing this initial wrapping right here. And then as I'm moving along, and if I do want to take a break, I would take that pinche and I will put that into place to hold it, okay? So wrap. Make sure it's nice and tight. So I'll twist it. And you're gonna do this all the way around, okay? So you definitely wanna make sure you have enough cording when you do start. You don't wanna get halfway through your project and realize you ran out. And if you did, honestly, don't worry, because you could just use the hot glue gun like I did, close it off, and then get you some more and restart with the same color or a different color and go around. And keep twisting and go around. On my hands, sorry, got some lotion on my hands. All right, so twist it again. Okay, just to make sure it's good and tight. All right, so I like to use this when I'm taking a break and I need to hold my place real quick. Then bam, it's holding my place. Now you can see how the hot glue did over here, and it did well. When we get ready to close it back up, it will meet over here, and I will show you that. Okay. So this is what it's looking like so far. All right, and you twist and tighten that up so it can look good and in place. All right, and then just keep on doing it all the way through. My big sweater is getting in my way. And then twist all the way around the cording. Right now, you don't have to leave your cord all stretched out and wild. That's just me, you know. It came like this, and you can just bloop bloop go around or wrap this around something else and then continue. That's up to you, however you like to be comfortable doing it. I don't mind doing it this way. The other way kind of gets in my way, to be honest. Okay, so just continue all the way through. Okay, continue twisting, tightening. And I don't know how well you can see this, but the reason why you're tightening is so that you don't have these little Prego bumps going around, okay? So let's twist that, twist that, twist it. Make sure it's all together, okay? Now, I'm gonna twist a little bit more. There we go. Now at this point, because this is all we're going to be doing, is just twisting and tightening. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to stop the camera here, pause it, And then we're gonna go ahead and keep twisting and tightening until we have gotten all the way around our brass string, or I'm sorry, all the way around our brass ring, excuse me. Okay. And as you go, it gets faster, it really does. All right, as you go, it gets faster. Just make sure you keep going back, tighten it up, making sure it's all close together, looking good and nice, okay? So at this point, I am going to stop the camera, and then we're gonna come back when we've made it all the way around the ring, and we'll put the webbing on, okay? So let's go ahead, let's go off camera, and we'll be back. All right, so I am back. I did the wrapping and twisting all the way around. Now, remember I said make sure you got enough where you don't run out, so I end up running out, which is okay because I had some of this beige colored cording left, so I decided to use that. All right, and I'm gonna show you on this side real quick. So, ran out of the string, I had to improvise. So what I did here, I took some of that hot glue, the hot glue gun, and I just glued it where the other part was missing, okay? So still looks good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this other part together, which would be right here, okay? Oh, my bad. I think it did it on its own already, because this was yeah, it did, but I'm gonna do secure more. This was a little sticky, so it kind of did it itself, but we want it to be very secure. So take my hot glue gun. I'm just gonna put, I'm just gonna put a little dab right there onto the string. Not a line this time, but just a little dab there. Okay. And go ahead and then just take off the excess glue. Okay. Bam. All right, and I'm gonna take my pinche, I'm gonna sit it right there for a minute, just to help it get all together. I'll plug my hot glue gun. Okay, so I'm letting that sit real quick. So there was some stuff I did off camera as well. So I'm gonna let that sit real quick. So here are some of the things I did off camera. So first of all, I went yesterday to Hobby Lobby and I found way more leaves and stuff. So here are some of the feathers that I found. So I took my feathers with some 24 gauge wiring, okay? There was a whole bunch of different feathers. So I just took a whole bunch, put them together. And under this bead, I had wrapped the feathers itself. You could kind of, if you move this out the way, you can see the little wiring. But I took all the feathers I wanted, put them together. At the end of the feathers, I wrapped it with wiring, okay, with the 24 gauge, or you could do 28 gauge, but just real thin wiring. And then I put a dab of glue on the back, okay, put my suede through there, put the bead. You can always cut off this excess part, but I'm having this, so I'm not worried. Okay, so bam, and that's how you got it in there. This is part of the little feather, and I will take that little piece out like off. I forgot what they call that piece of the feather, but I don't like it. Okay, so bam, there's that one. So I took wiring, wrapped it around the feathers, took some hot glue, put a dab of hot glue, then I put my string and I pushed my bead down on all of it so that the bead can be what secures it all together. Okay, so I don't have to worry about it slipping out, falling out. The bead secures it all. And then I just put a little bit of dangles on here, you know, to make it look pretty. All right, just little dangles. These move up and down. And I put these little blue ones because I don't have to put glue to secure it. It does its job on its own. So I made a couple pieces here, okay. And I used leftover cording, that's why this one's twisted, but I'm okay with it being a little twisted. So this is gonna go on there. I also did this for in between. Okay, very simple, wasn't hard to do. Just took some thinking of what I wanted to do. All right, so we've got that. How pretty. All right, and we're gonna go ahead now, put that to the side. Just wanted you to see what I did off camera and how I did it. Okay, fairly easy to do. All right, now this is set long enough. Okay, don't need to let it sit too long. Now I'm going to cut it right where it meets the blue piece. I should have used my other, oh, I took all my little tools to the room. I was busy cleaning up my mess, so it took a little bit too much to the room. I'm gonna cut it right there, okay? So that's what we're left with. Very pretty, very nice, okay? Now we are going to start with the webbing. Now for that, I decided to use nylon string, and I got this nylon string, like they still got it too. I got this a couple years ago at I got this like 4 years ago at Michael's. So it came actually 5 different colors. I used up the other color already. Okay. Now take your string, and you can start anywhere on your webbing. I am going to start at the bottom, okay, because this is going to be my bottom. I kind of want to save this and do a whole nother one and save this for a Tree of Life macrame, but I don't even know how to do that. So it's a thought. All right, so I'm going to take my string, and I'm going to tie a knot in what I consider to be the middle, okay? Let me do it this way. Yeah, it's a little better for me. So just going to tie a double knot here to secure it in place. Okay, and this, you can use your crafter's glue to put a little glue dot on, because you don't want to put a little one of the hot glue gun. So use your crafter's glue just to put a little dot there on your knot to keep it in place so it doesn't come out and it stays for good. But for now, I'm gonna do it like this because, like I said, I clamped up and took everything to the room by mistake. So bam. Now that we've got that, and since I don't have what I want, I'm just gonna snip here like that. And that little tiny itsy bitsy thing that's sticking out, I am just going to give it a little fire. There we go. And that'll help that stay in place for now. All right. So at this point, it's a little tricky. I haven't mastered it all the way yet. Okay. So now at this point, let's start this webbing. Take your string, and you're gonna, let's say this go how much space you want is what you're gonna do, okay? So we're gonna take the string, I'm probably gonna go right here. Okay, so take my string, I want it to go right here, so that's why I put my string under. Oh, let's do over. Sorry guys, it's a little tricky. So I'm gonna do over, okay? So I'm gonna hold it right here because that's where I want it to be. Over, under, whichever one you're comfortable with. It just drives me crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna want it right here. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go through it again. Through that little space we just made, okay? So that now we can secure it in its spot. So this is where I want it to be, right here. And I'm gonna pull it tight. Okay, now I've got one webbing space, all right? Now I'm gonna put it right here on this one. Let's scoot this over a little bit more. There. All right, and now I'm gonna pull it on this one in the same way I did that, okay? Under, bring it back around. Sorry, there we go, over. Bring it back around, bring it through your little spacing right here, okay? And pull your cord where you would like it. And I put it here because it's going to help to keep that in place. Okay. Now, again, for the other side, pull it through the little space. Okay. You're going to go all the way around like this until you've completed your first round. Okay. And I don't care that my string is unraveling or whatnot. It doesn't bother me. You want your spaces to be even. Okay. That's my next space. I'll just pull it all through. Okay. We're almost done there. Okay, and then I'll show you how to do the continuance, and then we'll continue it off camera, okay? And I picked the blue string because that's what my daughter picked. I wanted to do beige, but she's like, no, Ma, do blue. So that's why I picked the blue string. You can pick, when you're making your dream catchers, you pick however you want, however design you're doing, it's up to you. Because you're the one making it. Or if you're making it specifically custom made for someone, then there you go. All right. That's a good spacer right here. Yes, and then to finish my last one over here. Okay, yes. All right. Pull all your strings through. Ooh la 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 la. And I'm not worried about this little piece of the cording sticking up because I'm just gonna go back and cut that little piece off smoothly with my tool because I couldn't do it because I had the scissors. The scissors don't get me a good, close, clean, precise cut. Okay. And then we finish off here, okay? So go ahead, put it under, pull it through, and secure. All right. What's going on with you, little knot? We don't want knots in our stuff. Hold on, guys. Trying to get this knot out. Here we go. Okay, knots out. All right. Now that we've got this like that, and we've done our complete circle webbing all the way around, I'm gonna space this over just a little so it can look even enough. Okay. Now we've got it. We've moved it all around. Now, this is how you continue this. All right. We've got our string here. I'm trying to think if I want to go under or over with this one. Probably under. So I'm going to, from the first one we made, I'm going to take all that webbing and put it through the very first one we made right here, okay? Once you get it through the first one, you want to pull it through this one, okay? So you got it through the first one already. It's a little tricky. Okay, sorry. Got to pull my little strings over there. All right. Take all of it, pull it through that one. And it does get a little tricky. Like I said, it does get tricky. Okay. All right, I messed that up. Hold on. So we pulled it, stay tightly. Now we pulled it through this one here. This is the first one we pulled through. All right. Now we want to try to get it through this one. And just so this one could stay in place, let me, it's not easy, but pull it through that one again. Okay. Secure your line on that one, okay? There we go. Now we're going to continue all the way around doing the same thing. Okay. I want it to be right there in the middle. All right. So you can always pull it towards the middle when you're doing this, but I like to hold this piece. Okay. Then I take my string and we're going through the second one now. Okay. When we do that, it's going to make a webbing that we're going to go through there. So let's go to the second one now. Take all your little string, push it through that second one. And pull all your string through. Okay. And bam. You see how it did that? You put it through the second one. Now hold it here. You want to put it through the second one. Now you're going to put it through that very fresh gap you made. Okay. You made a very fresh gap. Now you want to pull it all through that very fresh gap you made. That's how your webbing is going to go all the way around here. Okay. All the way around. See? And you've built your webbing. Now pull it, hold it here. And you want it all to go through here again. Okay. So take your string. Take it all, push it through this one. And this depends on what technique you're doing. Over, under is up to you. All right. Now I've pulled it through that one. I'm going to let go. And I want to go through the new gap I just made. Okay. So I'm going to hold it here because you want your webbing to stay in the middle. So I'm going to hold it here. Okay. And I'm going to pull everything through that new gap we just made. Okay. And secure it in the middle. This is how you're going to do going all the way around. The first time you're doing it, it does get a little tricky, okay? It does. It can be a little hassle for the first gap you're making. But as you go around, it will get easier, okay? So hold it here. Here's that first line of gaps we did, okay? Now you're pushing it through there, okay? Push it through there. Pull all your string, all right? And you've made a new gap right here. That's where you want your string to come back through, okay? Now pull it back through that gap you made. Try to hold your knot in place because you don't want it to move. A lot of people do double knots here, which means you're just pulling the string back through one more time, but I'm good on that, okay? I'm pretty good with my fingers. All right. Now, if you have to take a break and you must, that's what you got pinches for. Put your pinche in your place right here. Do what you got to do and come back. All right. So we're going to do a little bit more of this. And then I'll go off camera and finish the webbing up. Push it all through there. Try your best not to get knots in your web either. Your little string. Okay. I've put it through there. I'm going to let go of that one and hold this one. All right. Go ahead, get my string, pull it through that gap. And bam. Now on to the next one. Push it under here. Push it on that first row of gaps we made. Oop, oop, oop. There's a knot in there, so I'm going to have to get that knot out later. All right, now, sorry if I'm moving around too much, guys. It gets a little flimsy. So now under this gap, I'm gonna let go of this one, grab this knot. Okay, and I grab it in the middle where I want the middle to be. So grab that knot. Okay, grab your string, pull it through that gap you made. Okay, and bam, on to the next one. Hold there, take all your string. Let's get it through that first gap there, pull it off. All right, now we've made a new little knot. Hold that knot there in the middle. You can pull to the side too because it'll help it get where it needs to be at. Okay, and then we are pulling it all back through this gap right here and pulling. Okay, hold it with your finger and keep going. You do this all the way around, until you are at your desired width of your webbing. Okay, back through. You're pushing it through and pulling it over. Pushing it through, okay, into this middle here. I'm hoping you guys can see well. Apologize if you cannot, if I'm moving too much for you. Okay. And we have come to the end of our gaps, all right? Now we're gonna enter a new one, which is this one right here. Okay, this is the start. This is the end of the first round we did, right? And here's that gap for that one. That's what we're pulling this string through, okay? So bam, or pushing it through. Just push it through that gap right there. Pull it off, okay? And bam, right here. Hold it with your finger and pull it back through. And I'm not an expert on this, guys. This might be my second or third second or third dream catcher I'm making, okay? So now that you got it through and you've made your complete beautiful, see how it looks so far? Okay, so you're doing a good job. Now we're gonna start going through the new gaps we made, see, there. And as you're going, that's exactly how you're gonna keep going. Once you complete your circle, go to the new gap, start filling in. New gap, start filling in, okay? So I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna go off camera and I'm going to finish it, okay? And as you get closer to your close up, if you wanna add any beads, all you gotta do is, for example, so I'm closing this one up, right here. Taking it, putting it towards the middle with my finger, holding it. Now, if I wanted to put a bead at this point was when I would do it, okay? Put it through your strings, and you can do it, but I'm not doing that yet. All right, so now there's my new one. Bam. See? Now I have to push it through this gap right here, and it's gonna make a new one right here. All right? Push it through this gap right here. Pull it. Pull the whole string. Okay, let go of this one and grab this one now. Okay, all you're doing is helping to keep your little knots in place so it's not wiggling everywhere as you're working, okay? Pull, hold, do the new gap. And once you get the hang of it, it goes really fast once you get the hang of it. Okay, letting go, holding here, pulling through the new gap. Pushing it under that gap, holding it here for my new knot. My new knot right there. Okay, and gotta pull it through this gap. And just go around and around, guys, around and around. I know I said I was gonna go off camera. Okay. Next, okay, I'm getting close to this little knot I want to get out. Get my fat fingers out the way. There we go. All right, now let me get this knot out. So far you can see how it's going. Once you get the hang of making dream catchers, they're fun. They really are. And then depending on how spiritual you are, or if you're into crystals or whatnot. Because my next one is going to be a personal one for me, so I am going to put some intuition into that one, and I'm going to have my crystals on there. And I got my hair cut recently, and I'm going to take a braiding of my hair as well and put it into my dream catcher with all the things that I want. What the heck? There we go. Where are you at? Sorry guys, this is the part of the strings that I don't like when they get all mixed together, but it's okay. It's okay. So I always get it fixed. Okay, so now I just need to bring this big giant thing through there. Through that used to be knot. There we go. Now the knot's gone. All right. Back to it. So I was holding that one, right? And I already pulled it through. So then it needs to go through this one. Okay. Oops. I got it around the dream catcher by mistake. So let's pull that back through. See? All right, didn't mean to do it like that. All right, now I can pull it through. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead at this point, go off camera, finish, and then I'll be back. Okay, back with the finishing of the webbing. All right, add a little bit of dangles. Now you could finish your web all the way to the middle and you just tie it off in a little knot, but I wanted to leave this space open so that I can put a little owl guy up in there. See, ooh. All right, so bam. All right, so now that we've got this done, let's start adding the the feather dangles to here. So I got these color purples over here. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. And I want it to hang off the side right here. And let's make sure we got it facing the front. Right there. Okay, so first let me add a bead is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and it's gonna come across here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. It's gonna come across here. All right, and I've already got my hot glue gun ready. Just trying to see how much I need, about right there. Yep, okay. So I'm gonna put a little dab, and I don't care if it gets on my cloth. I'm gonna put a little dab like right there, a line, actually not just a dab, like that much right there. Okay, put this down, then take your bead and push your bead onto it. Okay, right like that. You'll snip everything off once it dries. And yes, the glue gun does get a little messy, but it's very easy to clean up on the sides. All right, so now we've got that one on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. And we're gonna add this one. So let's see. Okay, perfect. I think one of these are longer than the other. I can't remember. One of these sides are longer than the other, but it's okay. And this one I'm gonna add here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the bead on, of course. All right. Okay. About, so really the other side had too much. I don't need that much on this side. But I do need it to go up a little more. There we go. And I'll put a dab right there. Go ahead. Got it on my finger instead. No. I said the glue gun could be a little messy, but I like it better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put my bead on there. Actually, let me put one more dot because I just got it all over my fingers. instead. Okay, and let's actually put you right there. All right, pull you close as I can over here. Close her up and then add your bead right on there. As close to the dream catcher as you can is where you want your bead, okay? Tighten it up there. Bam. Let that dry like the other side is, okay? And then we're gonna add the bottom piece. Like I said, this one's a little swirled up, but it's okay. All right, how do I want you? Like this, okay. The middle part is where about right here. I'm gonna put it over that little webbing right there. This one I didn't want too long either. And there I go, forgetting the bead. It's right under there. Okay. And put you here. Slide your bead right up there. Okay, close to right there as possible. All right, and then I want to add my little dangles. All right. Now these pieces I'm going to cut off later here. The little ones here, those will get cut off later. All right. Get the little straggly glue that's there. All right. You too. And you want right there. Okay, so now, guess so, no, but all right. Here we go, my little stringy strings. I want to go on there. Make sure the lengths are the same size. Yeah, they are. You can always add more in between these, okay? This was just something I was doing real quick. Let me turn this around for myself. Okay. Just making it difficult when I gotta do it from this side. There we go. And it helps to have your little pliers so that you don't have to do all this little work with your fingers, and just let your pliers help you through the little hard parts here. As I'm trying to get my little torn ligament to my other finger doesn't help because it won't bend. Come on. At the other side, I won't make it so difficult. I just put it on the wrong way where I can't grab it the way I want to. All right, we're just gonna change this because I'll keep pissing me off with that. All right. Tighten that all the way through you. Why am I making this so difficult? Didn't need to be. Lord have mercy, I'm just having a hard time. All right, let me just readjust this real quick so I can get this right. All right. This one I want here for sure. All right. Twist you up there. There. twist them back around here. There we go. Why that was so hard. Okay, and now let's get the other one on over here. Okay. I'll push that bead back through once I'm done. All right, and then bam, push you back through there. All right, so we're done with that part there. Okay, what I'm going to do is go ahead and, did I bring my lighter? Dang, that's what I forgot. All right, so I can't take this off yet because I forgot my damn lighter. So we'll just have to leave those on. Just imagine they're not there, okay? So far, we've got everything we need to have on here. Okay. Scoot you down. I'm probably gonna put a little glue under you to keep you where I want you, okay? So that's done, that's done. Oh, add the little owl guide, that's what I was missing. All right, so let's go ahead and add some in there. Unplug this hot glue gun when I'm thinking about it as well. Okay, so basically we are done. Let me just add the owl. I'm just gonna use some jump rings for that part. For adding the owl. These are fairly simple jump rings. I don't need my little tools. Right? Just open it up. Stick that bad guy on there. And I'm probably going to add more feathers to this later. Most definitely am. And I want you to go right here. I'll close it up real quick. All right. How about one for the other side? Super thirsty. Okay. All right, so, and we are done. All right, and then here we go for a very simple yet pretty dream catcher. Okay. Now for this one, I am going to go back and add some more feathers onto it. I love the feathers, but we're gonna add some more. All right, so there we go. We got a nice little dream catcher that so one side is longer than the other, which is this one. I'll fix that later. Not too much worried about it. So there we go. And then you can add just a string here at the top here, at the top of your dream catcher. Okay, and then a hang. But this is what we've done so far. Here's our dream catcher, guys. Okay. There's the little bottoms, very pretty. And you can always add more dangles, more feathers, which that's probably what I'm gonna do. But there you have it. Very simple, very pretty. And there's the bottom pieces there. Okay. And just add a little clip to the top and you're done. You can, like I said, finish your webbing all the way if you want to, or leave it open, put yourself a charm right there, put yourself crystal beading right there if you want to. It's up to you. But dream catchers are not that hard to make. They're very easy. Okay. and actually probably occupies your time, gives you something to do. But there you have it. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off the way I want it. But hope you guys enjoyed doing this. It doesn't take too long. All right, guys, have a good day. And next video, we should be working on finally doing the beaded bag. I think it's been enough time now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get working on that. Plus, my daughter's prom is in May, so I definitely want this done ASAP. All right, guys, have yourself a good day. I hope you enjoyed making this dream catcher with me, and I hope you enjoy making many more for yourself. Have a great day.